Greetings, loves, greetings. So y'all hit that like button, share this video out. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. All right. And make sure your notifications are on. And hey, welcome or welcome back to Soul Searching. This is Akasha. Oh boy. I want to know, y'all, why did this video get 4.5 million views? It's interesting. It's about 20 minutes long. Now, it looks like that this video is analyzing another video from another channel. Wow, they got merch. And I'm talking about merch. It looks like jackets and pants. Ooh, for $100 and more. Okay. All right. Yeah. The film theorists, they have 13 million followers. How and why? Y'all. Okay, so this channel, let's see. Okay, how did I lose? Okay. So, thanks to Sunday's Dog Food for sponsoring this video. I can only imagine what that really is. Use code FilmTheory for 35% off of your dog food order. So it says, after covering murder drones a few months ago on the channel, we're back to cover another at Glitch production. And this one, which has already received 32 million views on the pilot episode. It is a doozy. Today, loyal theorists, we're diving headfirst into the amazing digital circus. Which era are these characters trapped? In a video game. Who helped create the game? And Pomni letting on more than she's letting on? Well, let's find out. So that is the description. Now, what is Glitch? Because it looks like they are covering a Glitch video. So Glitch... It has animated shows. 8.48 million subscribers. You know, guys, I'm thinking about doing a little anime. And it's interesting that this popped up. Now, I got to give a shout out to BJ because it popped up in my home feed that she was like, look at how many views this video got. And it was another video on the Glitch channel. You see how short these videos are. I'm talking less than a minute, 3 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay, that's a long one. 34 seconds. And it went for 34 seconds, has 3.8 million views. Okay, so they got some views over there. Wow. Yeah, I just might do that, baby. Okay, and do that. Let's look at some other views on the Film Theory channel. 4.5 million, 5 million, 8.1 million. Wow. I don't know. Let's take a look at some of it. I'm going to speed it up. I think if they're in the millions, I don't even know. Actually, I'm not going to play it because I don't know this channel. Okay? I don't know this channel, and millions of views. I don't think they want me to get none. But they don't mind me, talking about, because it's going to promote them. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit.
Across comments, GT Live, and our subreddit. And it's pretty darn easy to see why. Between the amazing animation, gifable moments, and incredible cast of characters, and a storyline wrapped up in like 18 different layers of mystery, this is the perfect show for us to dive into. Which means that if you haven't watched the first full episode yet, go do it. Watch it after this theory. Though I'd be surprised if you hadn't, because this thing already has like 30...
Okay, so it's animation, and it's got a lot going on. So this takes a team. This takes time. Okay, I'm talking about time and a lot of equipment. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they deserve it, but I don't know what the content is. Oh, wow. I wonder what the target audience is. Because it doesn't run like it's a children's channel. I'm just saying. And millions? Okay. So it looks like people are speaking and interacting with the actual content. And these don't look like children's responses at all. They're giving theories and, analogies and things like that. Oh, okay. So that, every once in a while you come across a channel that got a lot going on as far as followers and, views, and it just the content is interesting. Oh, hello, Internet. We are Film Theory. Okay, if you want to learn the secrets of your favorite movies and TV shows, then grab your popcorn because it's about to get epic. People still watch TV shows? Or do they watch them mostly on YouTube? I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. So since our blockbuster theories include finding how to survive the scariest film monsters, exploring iconic superhero love, and diving into the creepiest indie horror series, whether it's streaming on Netflix, straight out of YouTube, or playing in a theater near you. We're covering the nerdy world of film theories. Okay, so that answered a couple questions for me. That's cool. Okay. So they did Kung Fu Panda. All right, 2.4 million views. Is this Wayne Brady? What is this? Who actually won?
Welcome back to Whose Theory Is It Anyway? Now we're going to be playing one of my...
Okay, so they're analyzing all kind of stuff, not just anime. Having been in the audience of a few episodes, I'm honored to be technically in the running. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, I'm quite the explorer. So I ran across all kinds of content. And I just, I thought this was interesting that they're getting all these
place.
views.
And now with Whose Line going into its 4th season, the points become less and less of a source of jokes. So from here until...
I didn't know this show was still running. Let's see what he says.
The totals don't really shift around all that much. The only real noteworthy occurrence in these seasons comes from season 5, where Ryan's awarded an additional 1,000,000 points.
1,000,000 points to you, buddy.
This, he just barely edges out Colin for first place. Funny enough, season 5 also features Colin receiving what Drew describes as...
This is the 1,000,000th point we've ever given away.
You're a little bit off in your calculations there, Drew. The 1,000,000th point actually went to the audience back in season 1. Remember that 1.5 billion points given to the audience member Dennis?
1,500 million points for Dennis.
Regardless, this would make for a really fun story, right? Colin and Ryan were the 2 contestants that appeared in every...
Okay, I'm not interested, but I just thought it was interesting. So in case you want to go check it out and become an addict yourself, this is called The Film Theorist. Okay, you can find them right here on YouTube. Ooh, Marvel? Did somebody say Marvel? Okay, now we talking. NDC? Okay, I'm subscribing. Yes, I'm subscribing. I'm going to check out a couple of these videos, y'all. So they have the game theorist, the food theorist, the style. Oh, so I was already subscribed to that one. Okay. I didn't know about these other channels. So, in case you guys don't know, the style theorist is, of course, about style. Okay. Wow. They have 983K, 890K. Very nice, guys. Very nice. So, I don't know who the parent... What is GTL? I don't know what GTL is. Do y'all know what GTL? Let's see. Welcome to GT Not Live. Okay, Game Theorists Not Live. Our gaming talk show. Take a seat on the couch with us as we play and analyze all of your favorite games like FNAP, Pompey Playtime, Bendy, and more. So is this for children right here? Because I don't know what none of... I'm not a gamer, so... But this looks like child stuff. And they got so many views. Dang. So they do food also. Well, might as well go look at it. Candy. Of course. Panera needs to stop being so what? Shady?
Secret Whole Body Deodorant provides 72-hour odor protection.
I don't want to do a commercial. YouTube. The spiciest fast food chicken. Well, this would interest me. But these thumbnails look awesome. I baked a prime cake. 1 million.
Our good friend Logan Paul's back in the news with Prime. To celebrate 1 billion bottles sold, that's right, 1 billion with a B, Logan and KSI once again went crazy over the top in the way that only they can. They decided to create a solid gold bottle worth $500,000. A bottle that was set to self-destruct unless someone was able to guess the correct number combination in the case that it was in. The code was guessed, and the Prime bottle was won by a lucky young boy whose life got changed forever by a Prime bottle. Truly, we live in a dystopia. Anyway, this whole thing got me thinking, that's no way to celebrate a milestone. I mean, the only true way that you can celebrate...
Okay, so I don't know. If this is real, he got a gold bottle, right? I mean, don't be jealous.
Something this big is in the most classic way possible, a cake. So today, Santi and I are challenging ourselves to make a cake out of Prime. And spoiler alert, it ends up being exactly the cake that Logan Paul deserves. I can say that it smells very strong and oddly sour. Hello, Internet. Well,
so what is Prime? That's just what I want to know, because you're making a cake out of something called Prime, and you are saying it smells strongly?
For bottle, blue Prime versus blue Gatorade. These are all facts. Let's start with sugar. Gatorade has 36 grams of sugar in it, as opposed to Prime's 2 grams. That is a lot of sugar compared to not a lot of sugar. Gatorade has 140 calories. Look at that. Prime only has 25. We're both electrolyte drinks. Gatorade has 350 milligrams of electrolytes and a bigger bottle, yet Prime doubles it with 825 milligrams of electrolytes. Honestly, there's no comparison. All right, we're going bottle for bottle.
So it's an electrolyte drink. I mean, you still would need to, check it out and see, what is it? But, okay, that answered my question. So, guys, do you know about any of this stuff? Or what do you think about it? Let me know. Very interesting.
Yeah, baby.
Man, was he supposed to act like he didn't like it? I'm sure. Yeah, they're taking very good care of him. So, do your thing, boy. Oh, isn't this the guy that's going to fight Mike Tyson?
For what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
Huh?
I don't like it.
Is it because of the...
Which one was he referring to? Because the video just started off like that. So is he what is he talking about, Mike, or is he talking about Jake? Because we know Mike is a real fighter. Okay, a little past his prime, but yeah, it's an insult either way, isn't it?
Jay, I look at Mike as I look at him different.
Floyd Mayweather recently offered his insights into the showdown between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, providing a breakdown that captivated fans and pundits.
Oh, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, different people, I guess, brothers. Okay.
Alike.
Is he someone you're interested in or no?
Well, if you go back, you got to do your homework. Look on the internet. I think he was doing a sit down on a podcast one time, and he talked about it. He said, I don't want to do an exhibition. But one thing I like about him, one thing I do like about him, he's selling it. He's selling it, and he's making good money, and he's entertaining. I like it.
Meanwhile, Mike Tyson has just issued a terrifying warning to Jake Paul. Tyson fires off yet another message on Snapchat. There was a close-up image of him, with sweat all over his face, with the words, "Everyone has a plan till they." The start of Tyson's memorable phrase about strategy going out of the window when punched square in the face. Secondly, Tyson shared another picture of him hitting the pads, with the caption, "All eyes on me." Tyson's coach, Rafael Cordero, believes the fight will be technical as opposed to a massacre, and that Paul will feel Iron Mike's heavy hands. He said, "This fight won't be a massacre. It's going to be a very technical match because we..."
Before he says, I just really don't want to weigh in on this, but how can I not? I love boxing. I love sports, but boxing, I think is my favorite. Because weightlifting is my favorite, but is that a sport? Well, it is to me. Anywho. I love Michael, of course, Mike. Is his name Michael or is it Mike Tyson? I don't know. Either way, Customatos, boy. Yeah, that's my dude right there. Okay. There's several other boxers that are, in my top, but, they're long gone or long retired. I love Mike. But, I honestly, guys, I don't want to see him fight again. Okay, I said it out loud, and I'm actually gonna post this video. Yes, I am. Ain't no backing out. I'm not editing this out or nothing. I said it. I don't want to see Mike fight. Okay, I don't know anything about old boys. I don't know his numbers or whatever. But people, they talk about him. They kind of say he's a joke, and they say that he doesn't fight real fighters or whatever. He fights like older fighters, maybe also older fighters who haven't been in the game long, in recent times. Okay, not just referring to Mike, but they say that's his MO. That tells me a lot. I don't want to go look him up. I don't even care. It doesn't seem like it's a good match. It seems like it came off of Mike maybe having some kind of problem with him, and then he called him out, or vice versa. I don't know. I don't even care about that either. And that's another reason why I don't want to see Mike fight him, because I have no interest in the situation. If Mike was like really fighting somebody, I'd either already know or want to know, okay, who is this guy? How did this come about? Blah, blah, blah. What's his stats? And then, I could get excited, weigh it out and all that. And I just can't do it here. We saw Mike's last fight. Oh, boy. To me, I'm going to say something else, y'all. Hold on. Because this one probably going to get to you a little bit. But, y'all be trying in the comments. Do your thing. I don't care. Okay? You get too disrespectful, you already know. You out of here. But, anywho, seeing Mike fight again would be like watching another Lauryn Hill concert. All this high demand people had for Lauryn Hill and the issues surrounding her past concerts. I recently tried to get through her most recent situation, and I'm definitely into fashion. I am a designer. I'm a sewist. I have hundreds and hundreds of patterns that I've designed, and I've made some of everything, right? With that being said, as a creative, I still cannot understand what it is she be wearing and why, except for clearly that's what she want to do. But it's a no for me. Yes, represent your style, but you still need to be alluring to the audience in every way, including and especially what you're wearing. And I don't think the audience can connect with the big bow wing looking. I don't know what it is, but it's all off. And I felt years ago y'all should have just let the demand for Lauren rest, because we know she's changed and evolved, and that's cool, but I have not followed anything of hers since, her famous album. And I tried to listen to some, and I'm like, okay, she's there and I'm not there. And she doesn't put out music at all or consistently enough for me to say, okay, since she's so dope and I've been loving her for so many years, since early on in her career, since her acting days or being on All My Children, Days of Our Lives, something like that, as world turns. Jessica and Duncan, I think, adopted her or something like that, but she was bad. Not bad actor. She was just like a troubled teen or something like that. But ever since I saw her there, because my mother used to watch it all the time, and it's like, you have like one TV in the house, and we know the parents get to control that. So, or it was go to Grandpa's house and watch baseball with him, which I love baseball, but I'm just saying, my mom watched stuff like Wayne Brady, soap operas, and gosh, what's the dude, the late night show? Funny looking dude, old dude. I think he's still living too. Can't remember, but I love him now. David Letterman, yeah. Back then I was like, why you go watching this guy? But our parents have so much influence over us. It's crazy because I grew to love him as an adult. I'm like, this dude is hilarious. It's kind of sick in the head, but hilarious. But with that being said, I will watch Lauren, and I was like, I love everything about her, Skinner, this and that. And then she got into music, and it was, come on, she got us all. But we should have let it go. I get it, her voice is unique, it's raspy, it's this, it's that. But I could not. She sounded horrible to me, and it just wasn't worth it. I mean, the great songs that she sang didn't have the same feel to it or anything. So I equate that to watching Mike. Who was it, Buster? That when he fought and they had, I know the history and all that, yeah, but sometimes y'all gotta learn when to let things be as they are and just savor it. You can always go back to it and it'll still be that best thing ever, right? But once you push or allow them to do too much, because everything don't need to be done and done. I mean, look at Lost Boys, the movie. That was it. That's a classic. It cannot be touched. It cannot be duplicated. But they did a 2 and a 3. Now, I saw the trailer for 2 and I was like, nope, not gonna do it. I heard 3 was great, but after seeing 2 and knowing what 1 is, it's like, no thank you. Okay, all that refers back to Mike. I saw him fight old boy, and both of them look like some old dudes who barely hanging in there. Okay? I don't want to see him fight this young boy. I don't care how terrible the boy is supposed to be in inexperience in his particular department. He's supposed to be in none of that. I love Mike. And we do tend to hold on to the old Iron Mike Tyson, the crazy Mike. First of all, Mike don't do them drugs no more. Okay, he do shrooms. That's a whole nother category. And I don't know because I just have not listened to any of his interviews concerning this fight. I just look in when he training old boy, Francis. But so I don't know what his routine and all that's going to be. And I don't know if he's going to tell us everything and the truth, because I think Mike going to have to get back on that coca for this. All right. When him and old boy was up there looking bad and puffy and out of breath and, in great shape according to your average, but not great shape for Mike. No. And Buster, but I kind of think he was looking like better than Mike. I don't know. I don't remember. It's one of those things I try to forget. I just remember I can't watch this. I don't want to see Mike like this, and this is hard, and this just hurts, and it's ruining everything. And I kind of just was like, okay, what y'all doing over there? All right, cool. I know a lot of y'all feel the same way, but you ain't gonna say it because it's Mike. I know a lot of people saying Mike gonna tear that head up and all this other stuff, but yeah, he got the power, but guys, I think if anybody if I got a hold of Noel, I'm tripping right now, but just in my mind, it's kind of like, yeah, but you don't got a lot of other stuff that come with it. Okay, the speed, the agility, the stamina. I seen him training, and he gets winded easily. He ain't no Energizer Bunny no more. And again, one huge factor, because Mike don't have no shame and no problem telling us about how high he was in these fights. Okay, somebody talking about, I want to eat your cheering, and I'm impeccable and it's ferocious, and I get it, but that was Mike on coke. Okay. All that we saw That was Mike on them drugs. Mike don't do that stuff no more, baby. Okay. So, I know Mike and his wife and all that, Sister Jean girl, you're going to have to let them go back one more time. Because if you don't let them get high for this, y'all could figure it out later. I'm pretty sure he's capable of just like, okay, that was for the fight and we done. And if not, you can help him. You can help him do anything. Trust me. If you hit my car, motherfucker, it's child, let me tell you. But no. If he ain't hot, he shouldn't go in that fight. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't think it's a good idea. And if we ever see Mike, I almost was gonna say do poorly in the fight, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But if we see him get hurt, we all gonna regret it. But clearly, he wanna do it. And I thought Mike grew to have more sense than this. But, unfortunately. So what we doing over here?
Have a kid on the other side that can box and isn't afraid. Cordero further said that Paul will panic during the fight. And this is what Tyson truly desires. He added, Mike has such heavy hands.
Whoever the dude is, I feel like he got a lot of confidence. Clearly you do. You talk that talk and you're going to fight Mike. Now, there's a lot of talk about it's fake, it's staged, it's rigged, it's this, it's that. I don't necessarily know. I feel confident that Mike is surely going to win naturally. But for people to say that it might be thrown off. Mike, if you sell listen, I don't know what, because we know Mike can get in some money troubles. But you got a wife now, so you ain't got no excuses. If you throw this fight, you gonna ruin your legacy, buddy. Okay, you gonna lose respect that you can never get back again. I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna put it out there so you can choose that money if you want to. But you're gonna leave this earth being Mike Tyson that actually threw a fight. And I don't know. I don't know your situation. But I know you ain't going out like that. Okay, so with that being said, if you get in that ring, you better tear that ass up. Okay, if you don't, you're going to fight me next. That's it. Y'all know I'm joking, but I'm just saying.
And it will be impossible not to touch Jake. Jake will feel Mike's hands. There's no other way. And that's when we'll have an idea on how the fight will go. Jake Paul has boldly vowed to retaliate against Mike Tyson by delivering a dose of his own medicine. In their upcoming bout, he stated, I'm gonna bite your ear off, Mikey. Tyson, famously disqualified for biting a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear, in a moment etched in boxing history, faces Paul, who humorously references this iconic incident in a pre-fight message to his opponent. In another interview, Paul said,
and then made candies out of it and gave him a box.
I think people are underestimating me being able to deal with his power, and that's something that's going to make it interesting. I am biting off a lot. This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent, regardless of age, because power is the last thing to go. However, Paul has been heavily criticized by fans for his recent remarks. Commenting on Paul's recent training footage, this fan said, my grandma hits harder than that. Another added, Mike will peel your skin like how you peel your banana at boxing. And this fan said, literally, you being at prime age, I can see your hand movements are so clearly, and you say you beat Mike. Now we know that the Paul brothers and Floyd Mayweather have found themselves in a constant clash. Their rivalry ignited with the inaugural bout between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather back in 2021. During the previous year, a tense altercation nearly erupted between Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather outside the arena while they attended the Miami Heat versus Cleveland Cavaliers game.
Who you supposed to be?
I'm just working, man. What happened? You're not tough anymore since your loss?
Wait, stop. Don't skip this video because
Floyd, where Paul snatched the hat from Floyd.
What's up? You want to run it 2-on-1? Absolutely. You want to run it 2-on-1?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's make it happen. Yes, sir.
Get the paperwork for this bum.
Get Al Hammond.
Absolutely.
That's disrespectful. Okay, this is just disrespectful.
Let me call y'all. I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. One night. Got your hat.
While discussing the notorious hat-stealing incident, Logan shared that Jake had informed him of his plan beforehand, but he hadn't believed Jake would actually go through with it. Logan said, "Jake told me he was going to do it. I didn't think he was going to do it. He did it, and I felt like Jake had put me in jeopardy." After the event unfolded, Logan felt that Jake's actions had put him at risk. He considered the potential consequences, especially just a month before what he described as the biggest moment of his life. Logan added, "If I break my hand, or get a concussion, or get f***ed up by Floyd's guys a month before the biggest moment of my life, trying to save my little brother's that's stupid." Meanwhile, Mike Tyson fearlessly faced every challenger throughout his illustrious tenure as a professional boxer, engaging in epic battles against the foremost figures of his era. In a candid exchange with Steve Farhood on Showbox Iron, Mike was posed the question of his ultimate fantasy opponent across all eras. Without hesitation, Mike Tyson singled out Floyd Mayweather as his dream adversary. Tyson said, "Well, I would love to have fought him. I wish he was my weight. We can never fight, of course, because of the weight difference, but I wouldn't fight him the way they fought him." Farhood chuckled appreciatively, remarking his admiration for the response, as the ex-world heavyweight champion delved into the intriguing aspect.
Hold on, why did he have a bald spot in his head? I missed that part.
Of why a bout with Mayweather would have been captivating, but Tyson believes he'd have known exactly how to deal with Mayweather. He added, "I would be mean, I would be dirty, because you'd have to do everything to fight him, because he's just so good. You can't. It's almost impossible to fight him clean. It's just so hard to beat him. I don't care. It's really hard to beat him. The style he deploys, it's really difficult to beat him in that particular style." However, in another instance, Tyson recalled a moment when Mayweather had compared himself to Muhammad Ali, even claiming to be superior. A notion Tyson strongly disagreed with. He criticized Mayweather further. Tearing apart that argument, Tyson described Mayweather as very delusional.
Does he not understand what Tyson do to people who disrespect Ali?
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself.
Go ahead, Mike. You can't mess with older Mike now. Mike say greatness is not having to protect yourself from the people. Great, what the hell? I forgot. Shit. Listen, I was so thrown off. Okay, because what's the other quote we got? Everybody, got something to say till they get punched in the mouth? Ooh.
Back to the Tyson versus Paul fight, Roy Jones Jr., a celebrated figure in the boxing world who once shared the ring with Tyson in a 2020 exhibition match, articulated his belief in Tyson's potential to triumph against Paul. He said, "When I boxed him, he still punched like Mike Tyson. If he hits anybody square on the chin, it's going to be problematic. I don't care who it is. I like Jake Paul. He's a good guy, and he's doing good with his boxing stuff." Highlighting that iron still possessed, his famed striking power into the ring, Jones used his own bout against Tyson to illustrate his point. He reasoned that anyone taking such hits would have problems. Even a much
Hold on, this was Junior he fought? He looked like... Okay.
Younger opponent like Paul. Jones further added, "I think it's a good promotional situation for him and Mike. They should do really good numbers, especially having upgraded to a real fight." Tyson's age and lack of activity have led many to doubt this bout. It's common knowledge that Paul avoids taking on more traditional opponents, and it appears that he will continue with this pattern. The multiple world champion believes Tyson is putting himself in danger by taking on Paul, a 30-year-old former YouTuber who is now a boxer. Hopkins disagrees with Tyson fighting Paul because he views Tyson as a legend.
You mean he's now trying to be a boxer? Because let me tell you something. Well, I think this guy's kind of slow. Unless he has some kind of plans. It may be along the lines of what you guys have been alleging. That guarantees his safety. This guy is not that bright because he just don't have what it takes. I mean, he ain't been on this world long enough, much less in this field long enough. And we talking about the guy who was created. I know he was already that before cuss. I mean, he was 14-year-old looking like he's somebody 45-year-old daddy. But Mike and Cuss personally crafted that monster. Okay? And one thing about Mike, it doesn't matter how old he gets, that monster lies dormant until you let it loose. So it regardless of the age, when that monster smells an arena and a ring, it's coming out. And then too, who Tyson is when he's in that ring, his abilities, his power, his years. I'm talking about years in the game. His years of being able to size up his opponents and understand what needs to be done. Again, this dude don't have that kind of experience. He probably got like 20 experts trying to sit down and tell him, okay, Mike, he gonna try this, or he like this, and he does this peekaboo style, and he do peekaboo push-ups, peekaboo. And, so you're gonna have to, I don't know. It's still not the same. Okay, it's still not the same. Because when you get in that ring, you're relying upon everything you got in you. And, again, I don't know what he going to be focusing on. But I hope he going to be focusing on survival instead of winning. If he focuses on showboating, that's going to take your mind off where you need all of it to be. And that is saving your life in the ring. Okay, you got to focus on that. Don't focus on, I'm going to win, I'm going to hit him, I'm going to knock him out, make him look bad. Because, honey, baby, child, you doing none of that. I promise. You need to worry about this demon being loosed upon you. That's all, that's it. And I hope he get one good hit in. And unless you want something real strong, you going to sleep, baby.
The best boxers ever, and someone who deserves enormous respect. In Bernard Hopkins' eyes, this isn't exactly the most exciting fight he could hope to see. He said, I could watch two turtles run and I'd be more excited. I don't like it. I look at Mike. I look at him differently than the way I did in my day, the way people looked at Ali. I looked at Ali differently too. Marvin Hagler, Sugar, Ray Robinson.
Hold on, because they in the comments trying to talk about Francis. Really? Okay, I'm going to read it. He said Jake should fight Francis. He is 0-1. Now, come on now, because Jake came from the same area and he transferred. Okay, so there's that. And two, it's Francis. All right? He's like, he reminds me Foreman. Y'all know about Foreman? People be thinking about them grills. Not Nelly. But, the Foreman grills and having 7 children, he all named George. Listen, Foreman was a monster. And I'm not going to say Mike was scared to fight him. Okay? We going to pretend. We going to always pretend that Mike didn't want to fight him because he respected him too much. And we going to leave that at that. However, Foreman. And I just kind of picture, or maybe I want him to be another Foreman, But I think that'll be a good fight. I think that would be a fair fight. And I think it would have been nice if Mike would have said, I'm going to send my boy after you. And let the youngins carry it on. That would have been cool to me. And that would have got me into it in a way I need to be into it. Because, this is boxing. So this kind of hurts, But at the same time, he said, he'll be 1-3 if he fights Jake. LOL. I don't care if Joshua flattened him or not. LOL. Would be murder. Y'all dudes be typing like girls. If Tyson catches him, it's over. Everything. Okay, I can't read no more because the way y'all be talking in this chat. Okay, he said, I don't give a flying fuck. Francis got accosted by AJ. Francis would absolutely murder him. As bad as when he gets humbled. Come on, y'all. He feels Tyson's power and throws his game off. That's if the fight even happens and it's on level. He is 0-2 now. He fought Anthony Joshua and Furry. 0-2. AJ cracked that chin. Listen, come on, y'all. Stop being disrespectful. This is, Tyson done took him under his wing, so we gotta show him respect. And we gotta root for him every time, okay? Never clown. Pretend he little Tyson. If you wouldn't do it to Tyson, don't do it to him. Because it's disrespect. It's like if you talking shit about Tyson and then you say you love Cuss. And Cuss is looking at you like, and he might tell Mike Tyson to go eat your ass. And you know he'll do it. For Cuss? Oh, I'm talking about not just your ear, baby. He said he'll F you till you love him.
Expressed his dislike, characterizing the situation as increasingly becoming more of a sideshow, complete with some sweat and, if lucky, some blood. He firmly stated that he wouldn't watch it, suggesting that watching two turtles race would be more exciting for him.
I don't like it. I think it's become more of a sideshow. With some sweat, maybe some blood, if we're lucky.
Yeah.
I won't watch it.
I agree. And I don't want to watch it, but I'm going to watch it. I ain't going to miss it. But I don't want to watch it. It's like dreading. You know, it's like, oh, man, we got to get up and go to church again. We don't have no other choice. Oh, I hate it there. It's like that. I feel like tomorrow's Sunday or the fight day is Sunday, you know? So I respect old boy for saying what he said. I don't know who he is either.
I can watch two turtles race and be more excited.
Yeah.
Hopkins felt that...
And I feel exactly the same. Shout out to him. I'm going to have to, come back and I probably should know who he is, but I don't know. He kind of looked like DMX a little bit, beat up. But yeah, that's what's up. That exactly. He said it. He said it. And I do feel like Mike has lost a little lot of respect for even entertaining this mess. Again, why you didn't send your boy set it up for Francis to go get him on your behalf? Just like you came in and you did your thing for Ali. Not necessarily that, you in the exact same position Ali was. Ali was, he was about the age of Tyson now, but he had, the situation going on medically, so he couldn't get back in the ring. And Mike can get back in the ring, but that don't mean you should. If you and him had a problem, he disrespected you, you got your boy here, so your boy should go and represent on your behalf. You don't talk about my master. That's how this shit go. Mike, what's going on with you? I can't believe your wife let you do this.
Current situation diminishes Tyson's legacy, suggesting that while Tyson might earn a significant amount of money from these events, it does not align with the dignity of his past achievements and standing in the sport. Hopkins further said, "It's because of how I look at Mike Tyson. I've shared not only the ring with Mike Tyson several times, but also the era, a little tip of the hat to the era. I just think that demeans him. He'll get 100 million, 200 million. Please, that's fine. A star in combat sports..."
This is almost hard to keep listening to. But then again, it's not, because I respect people keeping it real. This person says, if Paul beats Tyson, who's he going to beat next? George Foreman? I'll put my dollars on Big George. Actually, yeah, I'll put my dollars on Big George too. I don't know what's going on with him these days. I know he has some accusations about some children, and it was kind of quiet on the set. I think I did a video on it. I don't remember. I may have done it and never put it up. I got so many videos I'm supposed to be putting up, and then I just, life be lifing. So, yeah, George had some accusations. I'm not sure what came about that. But, anywho, if he fight this dude, man, please. There were so many things about George. But one thing is, as a matter of fact, isn't that what Mike said? He didn't want to get hit by George. Did he not say that? Come on, y'all, help me out. Because I don't want to do Mike like that. And I don't think it's doing him nothing. I respect him telling the freaking truth. You can't act like you really can, with everybody. But, saying you don't want Foreman to hit you, yeah. I respect that. Just like plenty of people will always say they never want Mike Tyson to hit them. Even worse than that, you don't want Foreman to hit you. You don't know about Foreman? You better go back and find that.
Called out Jake Paul prior to his summer boxing battle against the famous Mike Tyson. In response to a question about his ideal opponent for a bare-knuckle battle, Mike Perry mentioned popular YouTuber Jake Paul without hesitation, even as he issued a warning over his matchup with Tyson. Perry.
And I don't necessarily want to read this, because the chat be wildin', and it could be AI, okay? But, yeah, it could be AI. That just reminded me of another video I got to do for y'all. Jake said he'll lay Tyson next to his daughter. If that reaches Tyson, he's going to... Okay. I hope that dude ain't do nothing like that. If he did, he need to be jumped. I don't advocate violence, though.
He said, Jake Paul, man. If he hurts Mike Tyson, bro, let me get that, bro. Perry was one of Paul's sparring partners prior to his 2021 fight against Ben Askren, as reported by TMZ. Perry is a huge fan of Tyson, though, which explains why he would want to get revenge on the 57-year-old if he is injured, according to reports. He further added, he is not doing bare knuckle, but I wouldn't put it past Jake Paul, because he's been doing stuff that people would say he's afraid of, and things like that. That's partly what drew me to bare knuckle.
He can't just come in and fight Mike Tyson and choose he gonna be bare knuckle. It don't work like that, so shut it.
Was that so many were worried about it or afraid of it. Perry expressed his views bluntly, acknowledging the legitimacy of the challenge. He directly called out Jake proposing a challenge and urging him to prove himself in a more authentic test of skill by suggesting a street fight should Jake prevail over Tyson. Perry...
They sparred and he got a lawsuit from Paul. Is that true? What the heck? Okay, hold up. First, is this video sped up? Because, is this video sped up? Or is this what Mike really doing?
This is fucking crazy. Mike Tyson has been back training for just over a week now, and he's moving like he's still in his prime. So we're going to compare some new pad work from both him and Jake Paul. I want you to comment who you think looks better and who's going to win this fight.
Hey, is Mike really moving like that? His knees good for it and everything? Yeah, listen. I'm going to give me some Mike shrooms one day, but right now, I kind of might want whatever he got going on over there.
No way this man is 57. What the fuck? Wow.
Look at David Geiger's daddy.
Now let's take a look at some of Jake.
Oh, he look like Austin Powers. What's the dude's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Paul's recent training footage.
The Fat Nasty.
Reminder that he is 27, which is 30 years younger than Mike.
Man, they rehearsed this shit. Okay, 1, 2. Then do an uppercut. Okay, yeah. Then...
August, I'm back, baby.
Is this fight dangerous for Jake Paul? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. And also hit that follow button.
Day 3. Still.
Yeah, his corny ass sitting over there drinking. Okay, so we gonna act like his dad didn't know he was fighting Mike. We gonna act like his dad didn't know he was fighting Mike. Okay.
Who was your favorite boxer?
Mike Tyson.
Mike, right?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
Hey, the way he responded right then and there, I would have called the fight off. Listen, I would have called, because it looked like Dad gonna whoop his tail just for him thinking about he gonna do something such like that.
Because I'm going to be fighting him.
No way.
In July.
Dude.
On Netflix.
Are you fucking kidding me, Dad?
Yeah.
He's going to be the hardest hitting motherfucker you ever fought.
I know.
Dude, holy fuck, I'm going to be freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. Hold on.
That's all right, though. Yeah, no. Go, let's go. Bring that shit. Come on.
y'all have any speed to him? Because it looks like he's just like learning how to box. Is he learning how to box?
Has competed in 10 boxing matches, winning a majority of the matches except for one. But Colby Covington was not impressed with that. He claimed that all of the problem child's fights till now have been rigged.
The first fight, you could tell he was holding back. He dropped him out of the ring and he came back in, and then you could tell Jake made a little signal to him, and then he started going light. He didn't go hard. And
what?
Then he only won a split decision that first fight. And then the second fight, look, there's like a little hand signal where he's like this, and Woodley puts his hand down and he knocks him out.
He even dismissed Paul's win.
Oh. And if he's saying it, it's got to be true. Oh, Mike, I wouldn't even fight him because of that. Like, I wouldn't even have, like, out of having no respect for his, come on, what is this about?
Over his former UFC rival, Tyron Woodley. He said, Tyron Woodley was past his prime, and he obviously took a dive. The first fight, you could tell he was holding back. He dropped him out of the ring, and he came back in, and you could tell Jake made a little signal to him, and then he started going light. He did not go hard.
It's a freak show. 100%, I believe that every one of Jake Paul's fight is rigged.
Even Nate Diaz?
Wow, Mike. Come on, Mike. Okay, so now I'm going to look more into this. And I'm probably not going to say nothing. But then again, I don't know. But, I mean, what's understood don't need to be said. What's understood don't need to be said. Listen, but Mike, if this is true, not even, I'm not saying if it's true that you rigging the fight with him. Because I ain't looking for that information. Because who going to prove it? But if it's true that all of his fights have been rigged, then out of that alone, you lose credibility. So you supposed to be the only one that's not rigged? Boy, bye. And he picking these raggedy, people to fight. So that alone is already having us like, why you even doing this? You're supposed to be above that. But we trying to give you a pass. But if all his fights have been rigged, it's over for you, Mike. It's over.
Nate Diaz, same thing. He just wanted to take a dive for the money. His UFC career is over. He couldn't hack it in the UFC no more with us, all-stars, so he had to go take a dive.
Meanwhile, numerous individuals have voiced apprehension about Tyson's well-being, pondering whether the esteemed boxing icon will emerge unscathed from the encounter. Stephen Hughes, a senior lecturer in medicine at Anglia Ruskin University, explored the potential outcomes. He said, the immediate effects may be minimal. The boxer could simply recover, but on some occasions, the effects may be devastating. A subdural hematoma can occur. In this condition, shearing forces cause tearing of bridging veins between the brain and blood vessels within the brain coverings, or meninges.
Well, I'm not impressed. I guess I'll watch a fight or two of his. Well, of course I am. Because I got to find out, if his stuff been rigged. I got to go look for that information. So it's going to lead me to a fight. But am I going to be able to properly analyze any fights I see because of what they're saying? So I can analyze whether or not it looks like any of that stuff is going on, but I can't sit up there and say this is his true potential. Mike.
Hughes' article delved deeply into the potential ramifications for iron in the event of sustaining significant physical harm during the altercation. The specialist highlighted the likelihood of Tyson recuperating from any potential injuries incurred during the skirmish, yet cautioned about the looming threat of enduring long-lasting damage. However, Mike Tyson's coach...
Hold on. Wait. So now my brain is starting to work. So if he fights Tyson and he wins, what does that mean for him? Does that mean he gets to go past the Joker level and he's going to be looked at as someone great because he fought and beat Tyson? Is that what everybody is in agreement upon giving to him? Because if y'all are, screw y'all. But if that is so, or if that is what he's aiming for, and Mike is willing to fold to give him that, just for what? Because you have to, or because you want to, or for money, or what? Because you don't want us to respect you no more. It's cool. We don't care that you don't care, clearly. But we care. You can't undo that once you do it. And it sounds like you don't need to be doing it.
Rafael Cordero dismissed assertions that the match would be irresponsible. He said, "I believe we don't have to be concerned about it. We're talking about a 2-time world champion. The guy didn't have 20 fights in 2 years. He knows how to fight. He's fought against the best guys in the world. When he steps inside the ring, he knows what to do. It's not something new for Mike, and this fight is no different." On the other hand, Hughes elaborated on the risks of sustaining numerous head impacts, emphasizing the potential development of subdural hematoma. This condition could result in lasting consequences, such as physical impairment.
I think the only thing I'm concerned about is what has always been Mike's biggest challenges, which is what always have led for him to, come out, Cuss came out with it, but the peekaboo style and stuff like that. He is notorious for knowing how to handle himself with taller boxers, because most of his opponents have been significantly taller than him, or taller than him. We're going to say that. So he's experienced in that area. I don't know what the sparring is that they're showing us that I've seen thus far. But are they really teaching him techniques on how to actually hit Tyson? Are they really working on strategies and techniques? I would hope so. Or does he know he don't need them because it's rigged? Which one? Because I think y'all need to at least try to make us believe something by showing us that you're working on some strategies and techniques. Because I don't see it. It look like this dude learning how to box.
And psychological distress. Hughes further emphasized the grave possibility of mortality under such circumstances. But Cordero added, "He works hard every single day to go in there and try to knock Jake out from the beginning to the end. This is his style. Nobody has taught Mike Tyson how to fight. He's going to prove that in July." Cordero mentioned that Tyson trains hard every day with the goal of knocking out Jake from the start to the finish, highlighting that Tyson's fighting style is innate. And
what you think Cuss did? I mean, we know a lot more about what Cuss did. I ain't gonna get into that. And if you don't know, go do your research. But to say he didn't teach him how to fight, that's a lie. It's like saying Mr. Miyagi didn't do nothing for Danielson. Yeah.
He intends to demonstrate this in July. He added, "You can see fire in his eyes when he trains, and he will never give less than that. I truly believe it is going to be a great show. Mike is going to step into the ring as the old Mike Tyson, and he's going to try and knock out Jake from the beginning to the end." Tyson has commenced his training camp for the upcoming summer match, potentially set to take place in front of a crowd of 80,000 spectators. Cordero added, "He's already in shape, and we've started doing rounds. It's amazing to see him hitting mitts. Mike is a monster. I can guarantee Mike will touch Jake, and let's see how Jake reacts to that." Cordero expressed his belief that the match will be a great show, with Tyson entering the ring with the same vigor as in his prime, aiming to knock out Jake throughout the fight. He added, "With all due respect, he's a good kid, but he hasn't faced anyone who is a legend in the sport. We are talking about one of the most popular people in the world."
Sounds like he ain't even had no real fight.
Meanwhile, we know that Mike Tyson's training videos stood out as a highlight amidst the criticisms surrounding the anticipated bout. Tyson consistently uploaded his training sessions to his X account for 4 consecutive days. Here is what he shared on the 4th day.
Hey, shout out to the dude who almost went through the mirror. Shout out to him.
Day 4, it was okay. But you don't know that you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. Get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
However, UFC icon Chael Sonnen dismissed them as fraudulent in a recent video. This sentiment was echoed by current UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley, who delved into the Tyson versus Paul fight in his latest YouTube upload. O'Malley, known as Sugar, thoroughly analyzed the situation and provided his perspective on the matter. O'Malley voiced some skepticism about the genuineness of Tyson's training videos, yet he opted not to deliver a definitive judgment on them, unlike Sonnen. Sugar remarked, "If you watch the quick little snippet, it's like, boo boom. If they're current videos, or if they're videos from a few years ago, I don't know." Tyson's training footage caused a frenzy among combat sports enthusiasts, who were astonished by the raw power behind his punches at the age of 57. Many cautioned the problem child about the potential risks of his upcoming bout. However,
I'm kind of getting over people keep saying they surprised he got this power at 56. And come on with that. And at this point I'm starting to get like, okay, what? Because listen, let me tell y'all something. The only way Mike will lose his power is if he, has some serious medical situations that, affect him in that way. He got to come in there with a broken shoulder, or he's gotten, something that affects his muscles. Like, he got to be almost, debilitated, almost paralyzed, in order to lose he's not gonna just lose his power. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Annoying.
The American gangster Sonnen clarified that the clips were from 3 years prior, captured during Tyson's preparation for his showdown with Roy Jones Jr. Fans are likely aware of Sonnen's penchant for disseminating pseudo-realistic information.
I don't agree. Mike is more in shape in these videos than he was in the Roy fight. And that Roy fight, as soon as he came out, I was like, please go back. And I just couldn't look. I tried and I glanced here and there. But I was like, I don't want to see Mike like that.
With the exception of the bad guy, there are no other credible sources corroborating Sonnen's claim that Tyson's training videos were recorded 3 years ago. Nevertheless, Sonnen's assertions might instill doubt among fans regarding Tyson's abilities. But Tyson shares his recent videos.
Do you see? Okay, I see the fat jiggle, but... but do you see that ass in them thighs? He didn't have that ass in them thighs when he was fighting with Roy Jr. He had a lot more fat on him. You can see he got more lean muscle in these videos. Dodo bird.
Putting an end to Sonnen's speculation. Here is the latest video from Tyson.
Yeah. Can't be. Keep that weight forward.
This man a breather.
In 2002, Lewis and Tyson finally clashed in the boxing ring as they neared the sunset of their illustrious careers. Yet their encounter was not just a showdown. It was a culmination of a shared past filled with intrigue and rivalry. During an insightful conversation on the renowned Joe Rogan Experience podcast, ex-world champion Lewis delved into the intricate dynamics of their intense rivalry. He began, I remember going to the Catskills. I won the World Junior Championships in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, and I remember the American team were like, oh, you never fought the best. They told me it was Mike Tyson and Cus D'Amato. Lewis explained that a young Tyson would show respect to Lewis and even gave the Brit a glimpse of his incredible boxing knowledge. He said, the first time Tyson actually met me, he was a really nice guy. He took me to his room and showed me some old flicks that I have never seen before of old-time fighters. He would tell me about each fighter. He studied them. This was where he got his style of fighting from. However, everything shifted for Lewis the moment he entered the boxing ring with a 17-year-old powerhouse known as Iron Mike. Lewis said, first day in the gym, and when the bell went, he came across and he was trying to kill me. I tried the Muhammad Ali thing, obviously, and stayed away from his power. But the first day was really hectic. The second day was hectic, but actually on the last day I got the better of him. Meanwhile, in terms of training footage leaked recently, enthusiasts perceive a significant disparity, even as Tyson nears the age of 58. The baddest man on the planet retains his formidable power and exceptional head movement. In the videos circulating online, he relentlessly unleashed powerful blows on his coach during pad work, followed by a vigorous assault on the punching bag. Although Paul has shown considerable improvement in his technique and speed, the stark contrast between the two is undeniable according to popular opinion. Check out this comparison video between the two fighters.
I just want to know why this dude so slow. Is this to psych us up? Can y'all tell me, is he really slow like this? Because I don't believe it. I don't believe he's slow like this and he's trying to fight Mike. He's not Ali. Okay, he don't know how to shuffle like that. He's not a master at shuffling. Remember the video with Ali and Cus, and he was like, try to hit me and all that? You know, he was moving on fast and shit. And Cus is yeah, he was older, but y'all, if y'all know about him, you already understand. Okay, I'm just saying, Ali was a master at that, and it takes a lot. I've seen other fighters try to evade, and they can only do it but so long. You know what I'm saying? And it's a, long shot at that. And most of them don't really put off that good. They understand, okay, I better abort this. Okay, figure something else out. But Ali, that was his thing. And he can do it all day and all night. I don't see no techniques from this dude. Or power. Child, please.
Seeing this footage, fans have started to weigh in.
I'm sorry, and I'm not gonna get all and try to analyze, him like I really want to, but it's not even necessary. Dude don't got no skills. He don't even know how to hit. I don't know who hyped him up, but nah, he's Cole, you stupid.
One wrote, "How is Mike so fucking fast?" And a second said, "Mike Tyson, a 57-year-old man, is moving like a man in his 20s. This is a death sentence." A third commented, "If this is a real fight and not just a publicity stunt, then Jake is a dead man." And another added, "At 16, Paul was lip-syncing songs on YT. At 16, Tyson was destroying other boxers. If this were to be a real fight, Paul wouldn't stand a chance."
Excuse me. And younger than that, he was destroying grown-ass men. In the real world, outside the ring. Okay.
I understand the headline might come off as a bit exaggerated, but let's address the elephant in the room. Unless there's some unexpected twist where Tyson decides to throw this match for a hefty sum, it's shaping up to be a rough night for Jake Paul. On the other hand, I
don't get it. Why are so many people in the comments misunderstanding the video? They looking at the title. Okay, it's just getting on my nerves. It says Mike Tyson sparring versus Jake Paul. Leaked footage. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you, boys and girls. This title is not saying they were sparring each other. Okay. Mike Tyson sparring versus Jake Paul. Now, if they were sparring each other, the title might read something more along the lines of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul sparring. That would be more suggestive of them sparring together. But guess what, boys and girls? This title actually does suggest that we are going to look at videos of Mike Tyson sparring, and we're going to look at videos of Jake Paul sparring, and that's what we're looking at. You guys are talking about clickbait. You're mad in the comments because you don't see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul sparring with each other, which is dumb. They're about to fight. Why would they spar? Secondly, dude talking about the dreads. The guy had dreads. That doesn't look like Tyson. This is a lie. It's okay. You don't understand sentencing and grammar. It's cool, but it's not clickbait.
Here's that Jake Paul is on a mission to prove everyone wrong. He seems to be putting in all his efforts to defeat Tyson in their upcoming bout. There is new leaked footage of Jake training hard for the fight. Drama Alert recently tweeted on X saying, "Jake Paul is practicing crawling out of the ring against Mike Tyson." Here is the complete footage. With that said, a significant part of Tyson's preparation seems to owe credit to Verde Valley BJJ, where Maynard James Keenan, the lead singer of Tool and a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, practices. According to Keenan, Tyson not only trained at their gym, but was also present when the renowned boxer initiated his training camp for the bout. Keenan expressed his excitement by sharing an image on his Instagram page, along with a note. He posted, "Honored to have Mike Tyson grace our small town academy, Verde Valley BJJ. His training camp for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson began under our roof. Gonna be bragging about that for a bit. Long after you all are tired of hearing about it. Deal with it." Despite it being Tyson's first fight in almost 20 years, he undeniably maintains remarkable fitness and appears capable of punching through a brick wall. His footwork remains impeccable. It's hard to fathom how someone with only 10 professional fights stands any chance against the formidable force that is Tyson. Talking about the upcoming fight, heavyweight icon Tyrell Biggs said, "No doubt Tyson had improved. In the amateurs, you're still green, and I was better than him at that time. Once he turned pro, he stayed at it, improved on the things he needed to improve on, and became the better fighter. He was in top form. Moreover, Biggs ultimately singled out Tyson as the most formidable fighter he had ever faced in the ring. He said, "He was a big puncher, and I never felt punches harder. Everywhere he would land, it would kind of bother me. He hit me on my collarbone and broke it. I would say Tyson hit harder out of all." Adding to the chorus, Dana White has now thrown his weight behind the criticism aimed at Paul. With the announcement of the Paul versus Tyson bout, White wasted no time in articulating his unequivocal stance. He vehemently opposes such mismatched fights. In a separate statement at the UFC 299 presser.
Shout out to Dana for keeping it real. Yeah. And then you got this many professionals, okay? They're qualified to say what they're saying, all right? And they're telling you guys, we should literally be opposing the fight off of GP, you know, because it's just like, we shouldn't allow this. We shouldn't allow this. I don't even know why Mike is getting into this, but, you know, I done said that already.
White was asked about his opinion on the fight. He said, "I don't like to see guys fighting at that age. It'd be a 31-year age difference during that fight. You guys know what I think of that stuff." 1 week following his remarks, White has once more taken aim at Jake Paul, this time using a meme as his ammunition. The UFC CEO recently posted a meme on his social media story depicting Paul's purported next opponent, none other than the 93-year-old Hollywood icon, Clint Eastwood. White captioned the story with a simple word that highlights Paul's situation. Ha ha ha. Yet, insights from UFC insider and ex-UFC competitor Chael Sonnen suggest that their anticipated showdown may remain a mere fantasy.
A double lose situation. You lose, we all out and tease you and tell you you're terrible. You win, we hate you because we like him. Yeah, this was a story. Jake got to deal with it. Mike can't be in there.
Chael Sonnen views the upcoming match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul as nothing more than a colossal prank. He said, "I used to make so much money with Jake Paul. I used to make so much money with Mike Tyson. There are things within an industry that we would never reveal. You never expose the business." He holds the opinion that both Paul and Tyson hold respectable positions in society and should uphold that image. Sonnen argues that Tyson, being older, shouldn't venture back into the boxing ring. He said, "It's becoming harder and harder because there are very few things that aren't exposed. If that comes out and it makes headwaves, the balloon that is this fight just gets popped." The contentious bout has caused a split among individuals in the boxing community, with former lightweight unified champion Amy.
Okay, so if he's saying that much, then I have a feeling we're going to find out more stuff. And I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I can ever forgive Tyson for where I think this is headed. I'm already walking that line now, so yeah.
Khan being the most recent to weigh in on the issue. Speaking to Gambling Zone, the 37-year-old said, "The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, wow, no one would have ever expected a fight like that fight to be made. Mike Tyson is a legend of the game and not someone who you want to mess about with. Even though he's older now and has been retired for a long time, he's obviously done a few exhibitions." Despite the criticism Paul has faced for challenging a nearly 60-year-old opponent while he's at the peak of his physical abilities, Khan has taken a different stance, issuing a harsh warning to the YouTube sensation. Khan explained, "I just feel that he can really hurt Jake Paul. I just can't believe what Jake Paul's thinking. He's fighting a heavyweight great, and I think he can get hurt badly." Khan expressed concern that Paul could be significantly in.
Okay, so this was a good video. I want to highlight this comment here. This person says Jake needs to sign an ironclad waiver, get a long-term care policy, and makes, sure that he has his will updated and the power in Mike's punch I could just kill a man. All right. Oh, the folly of a young man's mind. That's what I've been thinking this whole time. Thinking he can beat Mike Tyson, boy, bye. Y'all dudes got to stop doing this. The emojis, the talking like a girl. Like, stop. It be freaking me out. Okay, you don't have a right to do this to me. But at any rate, my thing is this. With everybody saying stuff like that, does Mike really have the heart to truly hurt this dude? Mike done got soft. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I think we can make an exception for Mike and say that was just a necessary process in his life. But does he really have that same monster in him to hurt people now? Because he would have to have that. Another commenter said that Mike's children loves Jake. I don't know. They might like him. This generation, I wouldn't put nothing past them. They might actually like him. And I know that's going to affect Mike. If he let his daughter come in there and threaten old boy, Boosie, like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know Tyson just trying to hype up and, you know, he playing in our faces about acting, oh, you don't know what you in trouble for. You don't know. Shut up, Mike. Let's see you destroy dude. Then I believe it. If I see Mike go in there and destroy, like literally destroy this dude, then I believe that this was real. But until then, it's going to be what it's going to be. Mike, if you go in there and take it easy on this dude, like old boy said, it's a lose-lose, in my opinion.
Due to Tyson's heavyweight boxing expertise, questioning Paul's judgment in challenging such a formidable opponent. He found the situation almost surreal and expressed a hope that Tyson would not seriously injure Paul, as he harbored a liking for Jake, yet emphasized the danger of facing Mike Tyson in the ring. Khan added, "Is it just hype with Mike and Jake posting it at the same? This is unreal, and I hope that Mike doesn't end up hurting him, because at the end of the day, I like Jake, but Mike is..."
Hey, stop saying that. He's supposed to hurt him. This is fighting, you know? And if Mike do anything other than, well, he better not. Again. Who is this dude? Why is he talking like this? Don't interview people who talk like that. This is boxing. You're supposed to absolutely, positively destroy and try to kill. That's all. That's it. This ain't no fake ass W. Hey.
Not a person you want to mess with. Francis Ngannou, the once reigning champion of the UFC's heavyweight division, has also weighed in with his perspective on the issue. He said, "If it comes out to be a real fight, of course, I'll be there to support Mike. He's 57 years old, but he can still kick some ass. There's no doubt about it." Regardless of the result, this event has already secured its place in the annals of sporting history, challenging perceptions, evoking debates, and exemplifying the ever-evolving landscape of combat sports. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss